Hello everybody, this is LifeWithNati here. Before this video even begins, I just want to apologize right now. I don't know what happened to my audio throughout this whole thing. I tried my best to alter it as much as I possibly can. It might be a very low sounding video, so I'm sorry ahead of time. I'm doing my best to fix that, but it was a lot of static and vibrations going, and it was blowing my eardrums trying to edit it. So, again, I'm so sorry. This won't happen again. I just cannot, for the life of me, find myself to go ahead and re record this video. I don't have the time for that. So, I'm sorry ahead of time. I love you guys. I hope you guys stick around and still listen to the rules and do the very first round of the game. See you guys later. Back to the recording. All right, we're gonna try this again. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel, Life with Nati, or welcome in if you're new. My name is Natalia. Friends and family call me Nati, and today was a little bit of a roller coaster of trying to record this thing. My program kept shutting down. My son came home mid-speaking and was really loud, and then it all crashed. So let's hope that this does not happen again. 1 second. Okay. My screen went black for a second. Okay. Fingers crossed. And now my camera is having a whole life of its own. Okay. We got this, y'all. We got this. Right. And I'm keeping all this in. So this video is going to be different than normal, other than what just happened. I Sorry, my computer is throwing notifications everywhere. Okay. So I put up a poll like 3 or 4 days ago asking you guys to help me choose a stitchy game. And you can see them right there. But, and the reason why I want to start a stitchy game is because I was playing Monopoly. It was a game that Jen the Caffeinated Crafter here on YouTube was doing. And I just learned about Monopoly. I mean, I've been watching Jen for a while, and okay, not learned. I just decided to try it out. And I enjoyed myself, but last week was the last time she was going to play Monopoly, and that made me very sad because I was actually enjoying not having to pick my whips and how many stitches to stitch on it, because I have quite a few whips and I keep accumulating them. And I want to love on all of them. So I was using Monopoly to be able to do so, on top of the Great British Bake Off show. And now that she stopped, I was like, okay, I need to find a method or a game that will encourage me to pick up multiple pieces, not just one, and it takes away the decision for me. So I ended up making that poll, and the majority of you guys did pick the Game of Life game to do as a stitchy game. But I did decide I did I did do I did decide to do them both, um, and I'll explain why. I would love for you guys to play along with me and tag me if you do try out these games, um, because so that I can watch your videos and see your progress. I don't know, it's something about being able to either play a game or do challenges that makes the hobby fun for me, at least. So I came up with this idea. I mean, obviously, using other challenges and games that other challenges and games that other floss tubers have done. I don't want to seem like I'm copying or mocking, but I really loved the Monopoly game, and I don't have Monopoly, so I'm not going to continue the Monopoly. And plus, I don't want to bite off of Jen. She did amazing putting that all together. I mean, the struggle was real of me trying to put these games together. I can just imagine a whole Monopoly game. So I give her props. Round of applause to Jen because that was that was a very fun game. I'm just rambling. I'm nervous as always. Trying to calm down. I do plan on doing these videos to play the game weekly or bi-weekly, depending on how reasonable the stitching is. Like if it's too much for 1 week, I will do it bi-weekly. But I do generally put in a bunch of stitches in a week, so we'll see. Let's go ahead and just talk about the games really quick. Um, the games and the rules. I want to start off with the Sorry game. I know that one didn't win, but I do like the concept that I did for the Sorry game. It'll make sense in a second. Um, First off, I did call the Sorry game the Not So Sorry Stitchy game. Um, I don't know. I thought it was cute and funny. So the objective of the Sorry game, for me at least, sorry if I keep looking down because I have all my notes here and I don't want to forget anything. So if you guys don't know, this is Sorry, and sorry that the box is all beat up. I do have kids, but this is the Sorry game, and with this game, I want to choose 4 pieces that I want a lot of work done, and I know that I will be happy stitching it every week, and not get bored with it. So again, this board game only needs 4 whips. So I did do this little spreadsheet. Oh, hang on. There it is. I did the spreadsheet. This is the Not So Sorry Stitchy game, and I basically put the colors of each piece right here, the name of the whips, and I got 1 through 9. Um, Not sure how many it's gonna take to finish the game, I guess you could say, but it's exciting. All right, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be more than 9, so I'm gonna have to print that out, and that's fine. So here are some of the rules for the Sorry game. So in the Sorry game, there is no dice, there are cards. Sorry. And in these cards, you have to choose. Oh, I'm sorry, focus. You have to choose a card, and they say move forward 11 spaces or change places with opponents. You got the Sorry card, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, so on. So if you draw a card that says move forward anywhere from the 1 to 4, you have to add 2 zeros. So for example, if I draw a card that says move forward 2, I would stitch 200 stitches. And then for the 5 through 12, I add 1 zero. So if I draw 5, just add a 0. I have to stitch 50 stitches for that one, and so on and so forth. And then there are some, let me see if I can find it. Move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward. I promise there's backwards ones. Okay. And I think the number 4 is always backward from what I see. So I lied on that. So it's 1 through 3. So 100 to 300 stitches. And then the 4 is move backward. If you draw the backward card, it's 400 stitches. See what I mean about it might being too many stitches? We will see. And these are not solid rules as of yet. I want to play a few rounds of the game to see how it goes. So if you are, because in the game, they can bump you back to the start. If you're bumped to the start, that's 100 stitches for you, on top of whatever you just pulled and have to do. Each time you make it home, that's 200 stitches for that given project. And then there is a part in the game that has the slide. Let me see if I can pull out the game. This is going to be a challenge showing you, but maybe not. So these right here are slides. So if you land on it on your color, you could slide all the way over here. If you land on a slide, that's 150 on that slide. So on top of whatever you just rolled, it's 150 more stitches for if you land on a slide. And I'm going to play a round of a game today. So that way, hopefully it is easier for you to understand, because I'm not sure if I'm explaining it good. Again, my nerves are up there. It's fine. All right, so in the game, there are 4 colors. You have yellow, red, green, and blue. And I have a project for each of the colors. Let me see. No. They're right here, aren't they? Yes. Okay, so for yellow, I have Treasure Hunt Bookshelf by Amy Stewart. And at the end of me playing, I'll show you where I started, and we'll take it from there. On the red, I have Merry Mushroom Cottage, and I'm just going to show you on my phone because I did not print out a picture of it, but this is another Amy Stewart piece. So this is Merry Mushroom Village. Sorry about the terrible glare. And sorry about the glare. I probably will just throw up a picture. And then on green, I have Dreams of Wolves. These are all projects you haven't seen because your girl went a little crazy buying charts after charts this past week and starting a bunch of them because apparently I have no self-control on not stitching all the new pretties. But this is Dreaming with Wolves. This is an Enes Guerrero piece, and I lost my mind getting it because I got this from Thread Geeks, and they are discontinuing all of Enes's pieces on December 31st. And Enes is my absolute top favorite artist. If you look behind me right here, this whole section right here is Enes, and then I have some more above me. Like, I love Enes. And I only have her in diamond painting. I don't have her in cross stitch. Now I have about a good 10 cross stitch ones. But Dream with Wolves is the only one that I've started so far. And then the next one I haven't started yet, but I am getting the fabric, so I can start it today when I play the game. And it is yet another Amy Stewart. Catching a little rhythm here. I love Amy. So this one is Breakfast in Bed, Amy Stewart. Those itty bitty kitties are absolutely adorable. So I will be starting that one today, and the game is going to determine how many stitches I'm going to stitch on it. Yeah, I have a problem with starts, and that's okay because the way my brain works, I have to have I have to have options. And yeah, plus between Thread Geeks discontinuing my favorite artist and Heaven and Earth Designs sale, I was in big trouble this week. And I bought so many charts. And I bought more fabric. So, yeah. Expect new starts and enjoy the process of doing those starts with me and watching it grow because, yeah, that's fun. I love start watching from the very beginning on somebody doing a project and following them with it. I don't know. I'm a dork. Okay, so that's the Sorry game. And again, I will be playing both of them today on this recording, and then I will see you next week with my progress. I will be playing the game first, and then I'll come back and we will show my starts and take it from there. Okay, so 1 second while I recoup and get the game of life out. Actually, no. We'll talk about the game of life and then we'll take it out. So, I am very new to this game. I seen it and I was like, oh my God, this is a great opportunity. I'm sorry for page turnings, but this would be a great opportunity for a stitchy game. Um, so I got the game and I played around with my husband last night and it was so fun. So I'm excited for the game of life. But I did change it to Stitchy Life. So I did another chart type thing. So there's Stitchy Life, and then right here I have all of the things that is what's for the whips and whatnot. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. I need a drink. Okay, so the game of rules, I'm sorry, the game of rules, no. Stitchy Life's rules is you're going to need a total of 18 whips. Um, I had played around with rules a good bit. It took me like a whole day and a half to try to figure out what to do. And this is this is what I came up with. I mean, I had started off with just 4 whips again, and I was like, no, I have so many whips that I have to do more than just the 4. So on this game, and you will see it when I pull it out, I'll talk a little bit more about it when we're actually seeing the game. But on this game, you have to do decisions on certain parts. And I don't want to be, I don't want to make the actual decision, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to get the wheel out, and the wheel will make the decisions of yes and no's instead of me. I will be using 3 of the 4 cars. It's going to be pink, yellow, and green. No apparent reason on the colors. It's just I didn't want to use all 4 cars because I didn't want to overwhelm myself with too many whips. Um, so this one's going to be a little bit more tricky because of how many stitches go to certain ones. And we'll just basically almost play it by ear as we go because there's so many elements to this game. But I will definitely talk to you and explain to you and tell you how many stitches I will be doing, and you can you can alter it to your liking, or you can play it like me and use the same rules that I'm using. So you have a payday spot, well, not a, you have multiple payday spots on the game of life. And I say when you pass a payday, that's 100 stitches. If you land on payday, that's 200 stitches. Um, so yeah, 200 stitches if you land on it, 100 stitches if you're just passing it. So stops. So for certain stops, okay, sorry, stops. If you say yes, it's 100 stitches. If you say no, then it's 50 stitches. If you lose a turn, that's 150 stitches to the main whip. The main whip that I'm determining it is the payday whip. So whichever whip that I'm using on each color for payday, that's my main whip. So if I lose a turn, I will have to do stitches on that one. If you have to pay, like the bank or whatnot, that's the first 3 numbers of how much you have to pay. I promise you it'll make sense when we start playing. As long as it's less than 400, because I don't want to have to stitch, I don't know, I think it's like 900. I don't want to have to stitch anything higher than that. Like that's a lot of stitches for 1 week. So at least as long as it's less than 400, you stitch the first 3. If it's more than 400, you just stitch 400. Action spaces, same goes for the action spaces. That's the first 3 numbers, lower than 400. If you have to add a peg, that's 150 stitches to the main whip. So for the investments, you will have to do again the same goes is the first 3 numbers or 400. Now that's for the actual investment. In this game, you have to spin the wheel, and if the wheel lands on whatever number that you invested in, if you land on it, you have to stitch 50 on your. If you land on your investment, you have to stitch 50. If somebody else lands on your investment, they have to stitch the first 3 numbers. If you do alone, that's 400 stitches. I'm hoping that makes sense. Again, it'll make more sense once you start playing it. All right, so for the cars, I have, again, it's pink, yellow, and green. For the pink, for each car, there are 6 whips. So you have your career / diploma / stops and loans. That's for 1. You have action space, add a peg. Sorry, then that means add a peg is its own whip. I'm learning it too. Don't judge me. Listen, I have a feeling it's gonna be so much easier when we actually play the game. But I do want to get through the rules first. And then you have a house one, and that goes for a whip. Invest is another whip, and then payday is a whip. So for my pink, I have for the career, diploma, stops, and loans, I have which I have not started yet. So if I land on it, that means I have to start it. And that is my Randall Spangler stocking I'm making for my 2-year-old. My 1-year-old. That's that one. And then for my action space, I am doing, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to post a picture for it. So for action space, I have alternate reality. And this is what it's going to look like. It'll probably be like right here in this section. All right, and then for the add a peg for pink, it belongs to the night. Look like this. For the house for pink, I have Drea. It's going to look like this. Invest, I'm going to have Story Keep Flowers. Look like this. And as we go, I'll tell the artist, like if the whip gets pulled, I will tell the artist my progress and all of that and what I'm going to be stitching it on. And then payday for pink, it looks like this. All right. Now for yellow, the career, diploma, stops, and loans, I have Beauty and Beast. This is how she's going to look. My action space, I have Pokemon, the Epic Pokemon, Generation 1. It's going to look like this. Add a peg for yellow is going to be the Elsa stocking for my 1-year-old, my 2-year-old daughter. Trust me, I know my kids and I love my kids well. Words just don't work. And for yellow house, I have turtle, the turtle one. I'm pretty sure that is not the name of it. But for my brain, I call it the turtle. Sea turtle. Freebie sea turtle. For the invest for yellow, I have hummingbirds. And then payday, I have dancing peacock. I haven't started that one yet, but I will if it gets, well, it will definitely get called. But I'll be working on that one. All right, for the green card, we have for the career diploma stops and loans, we have scale, mini scale. We have for the action space, we have the dragon stocking I'm doing for my 16-year-old son. Add a peg for green is all seasons flowers. This painting is so pretty. I have not started it yet, but I'm getting the fabric for it today. All right, and then we have for the greenhouse, we have Dear Alice. Beautiful, beautiful stitching. For green invest, we have Innocent Dreams. It's the stitch along for this year for Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it'll look like. And then for the green payday, we have Cuddle Time by Randall Spankler right here. Those are all my whips that I'll be using for Stitchy Life. I am going to go ahead and set up the Sorry game first, and I will see you there. All right, we are here. I'm using my phone, so I'm not sure how the sound quality is going to be. If it's bad, I'm sorry. We'll figure out another method for next time if it's too bad. So here's the Sorry game. This is how it's set up. We have 3 pegs for each color, and then you have your deck here, and then we discard here. So we're just going to start with red. And this one says, move a pawn from your start area to take the place of another player, which must return to its own start area, or just move forward 4. I'm going to move forward 4 because there's nobody on the board. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means we have the red. Red is breakfast in bed, and I did move 4, so that is 400 stitches. Whoa. I promise I know how to write. 400 stitches for Breakfast in Bed by Amy Stewart. Whoa. Okay. All right, we're gonna draw for blue. Move forward 11 or change places with an opponent. We're gonna go ahead and move forward 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's blue. Dream of Wolves by Enes Guerrero. We're going to do 110. Move forward 12 spaces for the yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yellow is Treasure Hunt Bookshelf. That's 120. And now for the green. Move forward 2 spaces. 1, 2. Green is Mary Mushroom, and that's 200. So that is game 1. So yellow, Treasure Hunt Bookshelf, 120. Green, Mary Mushroom, Cottage, not College, by Amy Stewart, 200. Dream of Wolves, Enes Guerrero, 110. Breakfast in Bed, Amy Stewart, 400. All right. I'll be back with the Game of Life. Okay, and here we are with this massive game. This is the Game of Life, or as we're calling it, Stitchy Life. Now there is a lot of elements and rules and all types of things for this game,
and we're going to play it as best as we possibly can. We have our pieces. We have the pink, the yellow, and the green. All right, to start off with, we all need our investment cards. So we have the green one, the yellow one, and the pink one. I'm going to be sitting these off to the side over here where I don't think you can see it. Oh, you can. Awesome. All right. We all have our pegs in our car, and then we need money. Okay, so we all need 100 apiece, so I'm just going to sit this right here for right now. I'm shaking. I'm so nervous. Then we all need 250Ks. And 5 10Ks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okie dokes. This one's the yellow ones. The green one up here. This one is the pink one, and this one is the green ones. Okie dokes. All right. Now we have to decide who's going to college and who's getting a career. I, again, am not going to make these decisions, so I made a wheel. Here's the wheel, and we're going to be doing for the pink one. All right, pink is going to college. Put you on the start over here. All right, let's do the green one. Green is career. Bring them over here. Can you see that? Okay, sorry. All right, and now we got to spin for the yellow. All right, yellow is career as well. Yellow is career. I'm gonna go over here. All right, so because pink is going to college, they have to pay 100K. So pink is here. We're just gonna put this back in the bank. All right, so careers. So they have to pick 2 cards from the top of the deck. This is for green. And he can't do this one because he needs a diploma, so he's going to have to do this one. So green is 40K. Which one's green? Up here. It's going to be an actor. And then yellow. Nope. So, nope. Okay. Let's reshuffle these. Let's try that again. Social media influencer, 50K for yellow. All right, so we're just going to spin. We're going to spin for the pink. Okay, pink is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because I can't pass the stop. So do you graduate? We have to spin. If it's 1 or 2, they failed. If it's above 2, they passed. Failed. So, because I failed, I can't get a career and I can't move forward. I can't do anything. Which means I basically lost my turn. And my main whip for pink is Grand Ball Butterfly. So I have to do 150 for the Grand Ball. 150 for losing my turn. All right. We're going to spin for the yellow. 5. Yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, payday. We just passed a payday. Yellow is 50K, so I got to give 50K. And for yellow, payday is Dancing Peacocks. That's 100 stitches on Dancing Peacock. Okie dokes. And then also add a peg because you are on friend. Where are you? Add a peg is Elsa Stocking. So Elsa Stocking is 150. Where are you? 150. All right. Now we're going to spin for green. Green is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So green passed 2 paydays. That will be green. See, 70, 80 for green. $80 for green. And then green has 2 paydays. So cuddle time will have, hang on, 200 for cuddle time. And then we landed on an action. All right, action, lawsuit. Your neighbor rap rock band practice in the garage 3 days a week. Sue for psychological damage and emotional distress. Collect 30K from another player. Okay, so we're just going to go and say we're going to take from yellow. 30K. That's 3. 30K. And it will also mean green's action will get so that was 30K. Green's action is going to get 300 stitches. Oh, where are you? Action. So the dragon stocking will get 300 stitches. Let me put that at the bottom of the deck. And that was round 1, you guys. I'm hoping this is going to be fun for you guys. I'm excited to do this game with you guys. I'm going to see you back at my desk so we can see the whips or the ones that are already started. And I will see you guys there. See ya. All right, we're back. So that was nerve-wracking. I don't know why I'm just so nervous about this, but it's fine. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that game. I am really excited to get this started. So just quick review. So the Not So Sorry Stitchy. We got Treasure Hunt Bookshelf. This beauty right here. Treasure Hunt Bookshelf. So I did work on this one this week, so it's going to look a little bit different than the last time you've seen it, which I'll probably put up a before and after. So this is where we're at right now. I'm just going to hold it up so that I can get a before picture. No, this way.
and she's sitting at 4.37%. With a total of 123,000, I'm sorry, with a total of 12,352 stitches already done. She's going to need 120 stitches. All right, and then for green, I have the Merry Mushroom Cottage, which I will throw up a picture of because, yeah, glare is real on here. And, okay, so this one is at 18.18%, with only 641 stitches put on it. Oh, and by the way, alternate reality, Treasure Hunt bookshelf is on 25 count, 2/110. This one is the Merry Mushroom, and 641 stitches on here, 0.18%. This is on 28 count, 1/1 full cross. So pretty. I can't wait to get more done on this one. I'm going to be having to stitch 200 stitches for that one, for the Sorry Game. And then we have, I'll put up a picture of it because I'm not even going to attempt to try to show you on the screen. The Enes Guerrero Dreams of Wolves. This is what she's looking like now. This is on 28 count, 2/110 stitch. That's what it's looking like now. I have 447 stitches on it currently. 0.21%. Sorry about my alarm. Okay, sorry. Look it up. All right, and then we have Breakfast in Bed, which I don't have any progress or anything on there, but this is what it's going to look like when it's done. That one's going to be done on 28 count. I'm not sure if I want to do 10 or full cross. We'll figure that out. That one needs 400 stitches for the Sorry Game. So no before pictures for right now. All right, next up we're going to be doing the Stitchy Life. Okay, so Stitchy Life. Pink, rough start. Rough start for Pink. She had to throw in 50K to the bank and got stuck at a stop sign and failed her exams. So it's gonna be okay. That one is for Grand Ball Butterflies. This is a new start from last week. I just started this one. And this is my first time ever doing 32 count. It's different. It's different to say the very least. But this is what it's looking like now. I have 447 stitches on there, and I'm at 0.21%. 32 count. 1/1. I didn't even want to attempt to do full cross on this, so 1/110 stitch. I started this one because I bought my husband a 1,000-piece puzzle of this very art. This is Amy Stewart, and I was like, okay, I seen the puzzle. I was like, I have to stitch it. So he's doing the puzzle while I'm stitching. So that's what it's looking like right now. Let's make sure we get a good before picture. She has to do 150 stitches, which I think is very little for failing her exam, but it's fine. She got 150 because she lost a round. So, like, yeah. Now that I'm looking at it, I do have career diploma stops and loans. So it looks like I also have to, so because, you see, we're learning together. Now, I was at a stop.
So that has to go to the Spangler as well. And I'm just going to give the Spangler the 150 as well. Actually, no. I have a rule for that, don't I? Okay, so stops. If yes, no. Okay, so Spangler gets 50 because I didn't graduate. So 50 for no. So I didn't graduate. 50 for the Spangler stocking. I will put up a picture here. I have not started it. I'm waiting for my fabric to come in, and I believe I'm going to do it on 22 count. Full cross. Okie dokes. That was for the pink. Now yellow. Haven't started either one of these. We'll be starting it this week. So the Elsa stocking, 150. This is what it's going to look like. I'll be doing that one as well on 22 count when the fabric comes in today. And that was for adding a peg, which I didn't add on the camera, but I did add when I was putting it away. So 150 for Elsa stocking. And then for payday, for yellow, dancing peacocks. This is what it's going to look like. There's 100 for that, 100 stitches for that one as well. And then we have, all right, and for the green one, we have for the action space 300 stitches. This is going for the dragon stocking. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. And I did start this one. This one is for my 16-year-old son. Disregard the writing on this. My daughter decided that she wanted to take a pen to it. So luckily that's going to be a cutoff part. So this is what it's going to look like. This is on 28 count, 1/1 full cross. So from here to here is the very top of the stocking. And then from there to there is a full stocking. So there's my before. Let's just, yep, there's my before. And this one is at 0.32% and 133 stitches done. So I have to put in 300 stitches for this one. And then lastly, for the green, we have the payday. So we passed two paydays, making it 200 stitches having to be done on Cuddle Time by Randall Spangler. This is done on 25 count, 2/110. This is the before. I also did some on this one last week as well, so it looks a little different. And this one is sitting at 2.25% with 7,086 stitches done already. And then we have to do 200 this week. Those are all the whips that has to be done, you guys. I'm super excited to get this started. I have a lot of work to do, but I'm happy I'm doing it. And I do hope you guys do this game with me as well. I was going to do my progress, but I am thinking maybe not this week. I want a fresh start for the game, and then I will obviously show you if I worked on any other ones other than the game ones. I am going to be doing a new start on the Christmas house #2. I will pop up a picture somewhere on the screen. I am going to be doing that as a stitch along with um, Slow Stitch Yogi here on YouTube. She goes live every day, and I try my best not to miss it. Her community base is absolutely amazing. Such sweet people. But if you do want to join, she's going to be starting that very soon. But you can still purchase this image on Artsy and join along and come on her lives. She's there every day.
and she's absolutely sweet, so funny, and I love I love her channel. I love her community base. But that is all for right now. I really appreciate you guys being here. And again, if you do decide to play this game along with me, please tag me in. I want to watch your progress. And I'm excited for this. I don't expect for a lot of people to play it because yeah. Like one, my community is not that big, but it is getting bigger, and I want to thank you guys again so much for subscribing, showing me your love, leaving me comments, giving me those thumbs up. It means the absolute world to me. I can't believe I am sitting at over 700 subscribers right now. Like I was not expecting this, but I am super, super grateful. I do plan on doing a giveaway when I hit that 1,000 mark. More details on that when we get closer to it. But yeah, that is it for right now. I will definitely see you guys hoping next week. I don't think this is that much stitching needs to be done. No idea where my other paper went. Where's the sorry? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 830. So I have to stitch 830 stitches for the Not Sorry stitching game, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 850 for the Stitchy Life. So I don't really think that's a lot. I'm also still trying to do for the Great British Bake Off, so anything that I am doing extra on the side or whatnot, I will definitely show you progress on that one as well, or when I start the Christmas house one. But that is all for right now. I know I said that like a million times, and I'm sorry. My nerves are still bad. I'm getting used to this. It's gonna get easier. It's gonna get better, right? Anyways, if you have not subscribed already and you are enjoying yourself, please hit that subscribe button, that thumbs up if you like this video, and in the comments below, please let me know if you're planning on playing along with me and what you were doing while I was trying to explain the game. I hope I explained it well. If you have any questions, please let me know. I have no problem answering you guys. I love communicating with everybody, and I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Love you laters.